on time. I'm very proud of the fact that we're finally fucking live at 8 o'clock.
We finally went live. Whoop, whoop.
Something's gonna happen. Just watch. Something will happen.
Why mention it? We don't mention it. Now you fucking jinxed it, you bitch.
That's a great way to go live. But
anyway.
But yeah, we're definitely live at 8 o'clock for the first time in quite a long time.
Are you she's looking at the podcast like I thought you were looking at the podcast while the podcast is going on right in front of you. My friend Rachel's down there for anyone that is wondering that I'm not talking to my imaginary friend or the voice in my head. Anyway.
Is Alex just working, yeah?
Say it again?
Alex is just working, yeah?
Yeah. Man, can you imagine being inside that job tonight?
I know. I genuinely do feel sorry for the poor bastard.
I do not at all.
You updated your job, you know? So mean.
We're less than a minute in, and we've already dissed. Well, sorry, Aaron has, but he's already dissed Alex. So.
Yeah,
well, I'm about to do it on the forum anyway. So.
I need to stop numbering these podcasts as well, because I just keep forgetting, and I couldn't be bothered to actually look.
Literally, all you do is go on YouTube before you come on and just see what was the last number. And
hi.
The fuck was that? See, what happened was that you said hi, but it sort of skipped. It just went, hey.
I thought you were saying 9, but then I was like...
No, my mom just called up and said night aim, so I just called back night.
Wait, let's just get into this, because if we don't start talking about wrestling, that's it. This podcast is dead.
Alex will just turn this off before we even get into 5 minutes. So we need to keep at least one viewer for longer than 5.
Yeah, quickly get into wrestling, because every single one of our highest viewed videos, nothing to do with wrestling at all.
So we'll just start off with Raw, and I'm going to start off with apparently Adrian never left, and he's not happy.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Is it a genuine thing? Like, surely he was being put like he was the king of the cruiserweights. Why would he want to leave?
I just read something before we came on. Obviously, I mean, it's rumors. It's fucking wrestling. But apparently he was told, or at least he was made aware of the fact that he was going to leave the cruiserweights. That Monday was going to be his last match there. And he was going to just go on the main roster, essentially, again.
Yeah, I'd heard he was going to SmackDown or something.
Yeah. So what happened then was it got changed, and he was going to stay in the cruiserweight division, but as a babyface. He didn't fucking want that.
Why the fuck would they make him babyface?
WWE logic.
Fucking hell.
And it seems like he's gone, no, fuck this. He can now walk off his name and call himself the king of the indies or something like that. He could very easily.
I have to admit, though, the thought of him wrestling some lads on the indie does make me really hope that he has fucked off and left.
New Japan apparently are very interested to take him back. They want him back.
Not even that. I would just love to see him back here and everywhere at this point. There's so many people I would like to see him wrestle.
Him versus
Okada. That's a big loss. That's a big loss.
Apparently, a good probably people want to leave. They're all going to Cody Rhodes for advice on how to do it.
And apparently all within, like, a lot of them are coming from the Cruiserweight division as well.
It's kind of not surprising because of what's happened to the Cruiserweight division in the space of a year.
But they've got, like,
every single one of them had a prominent career on the indies. And then they all went to WWE, so it was meant to be better for them. They were meant to get their show out of it. They were meant to be more spotlight. That didn't take off. The Cruiserweight Classic was a really good idea, and it really did well, but they didn't put the effort into actually building them up at all.
We can see Aries' tweet there the other day.
Yeah.
Kevin says a lot as well.
Aaron doesn't believe that.
I don't believe that. I don't believe he's making more money off booking. No, if you add in the merch, yes, maybe, but just solely off bookings, there's no fucking way he's making more money on the Indies than he is in WWE.
Hang on a second. Case of
He was actually.
Cody. Sorry.
No, you're about. I think you're going to make the same point that I tried to make to him as well.
We'll see. The whole thing is, was it not a case of where for Cody Rhodes he was getting like 10 grand for a booking?
Around that, yeah.
Yeah, so like, surely he like that's more money than what you'd be getting from WWE for like.
If I was a booker, I wouldn't be paying 10 grand for Austin Aries. Put it that way.
No, but like he doesn't have
pay
to.
Half that.
He doesn't have to be getting 10 grand off one
what
he was making in WWE.
Yeah.
I'd say from what he would have been, he was only there. How long was he in WWE for?
10 years?
Austin Aries was not in WWE.
Oh, WWE. Oh, Austin, I thought one about Cody Rhodes. Fucking hell. I zoned out there totally. Austin Aries, a year?
A year, maybe a year and a half. Then he was off with an injury. Yeah, I fully believe that he's making more on the Indies than he ever did in WWE. Fully believe it.
Yep.
When you go into NXT, you're making a wage. You are on a contracted amount of money, whether or not you're on the show or not. You are given a contracted amount of money that you are earning. That I'd say that would probably be the WWE equivalent of minimum wage.
Yeah.
Is what you're going to be.
Yeah, apparently you already earned something like 2 grand.
And then you move on then to the main roster, and then it depends on where you stack on the main roster. Is going to dictate how much you're going to earn. Net out a shadow of a doubt in my mind, he's earning much more on the Indies than he ever would have earned in WWE. What do you feel about it?
The thing is, well, they're going to have to work a lot less dates to earn the same money.
Yeah.
So it works out a lot better.
All right, Amy, with your fucking logic and all right, mate. Jimmy Jacobs also got fired.
Sorry, who?
That makes me so sad.
Jimmy Jacobs got fucking fired. And for people bitching and whining, going, "Oh, he fucking WWE pity," he fucked off in the middle of his job to make out with his mates and went back. I don't care if you work in a fucking fast food job. If you fuck off halfway through your shift to have a laugh with your friends, it's not your break.
Yeah, his shift as a writer. He's not a producer on the show. He was a writer.
He was a producer as well. So he would have had to run there. He was a producer as well. He writ and produced a lot of their TV shows. I think he might have been an agent. I think maybe the producer's not the right word. Maybe agent.
Definitely wasn't an agent.
He definitely didn't want anyway, right?
Oh, actually, he probably would have been because he was in the background actually with the UK Championship tournament as well.
Yeah. Oh, I see the videos.
Have you watched them?
We can't go into that yet. That's for later on. That's the main course.
I haven't seen them yet anyway, just by the way.
But yeah,
I did watch them, and the only reason why I did is because he said he mentioned me a lot in them. Twice, Alex, is not a lot. But still.
I haven't even watched them.
Yeah, neither have I. I've watched it.
I kind of wish you did watch them because if you had, I'm pretty sure you would have made him do it again.
You should have messaged us that someone went, I think he might need to do this again.
I didn't want to do it to him because I actually understand how painful it is for him to have to do that in the first place. So I didn't want to screw him over again.
At least you went in on him though. You actually tried. I have a feeling that he may have called him shit once, maybe twice.
Yeah, he doesn't really do it.
So Alex, if we don't think it's up to fucking scratch, guess who's doing it next weekend?
But I will say this. I mean, when I was doing my forfeit, I kind of did pussy out of it though as well. But I was highly hungover. But at least I did it live.
Hey, it's not easy.
It really wasn't. Okay, it really wasn't easy for me. Okay, it really hurt.
What? Yours because like Corbin's not exactly been around long enough.
Right. I don't know if anyone's seen this getting posted on the forum. John Cena's having a night with John Cena. The VIP tickets are £300 in Sheffield next year. Monday, 4th of December. Sorry. I don't know if I would do that now at all. I might go see him because he seems like he would be interesting enough to listen to talk.
You
But
just said £300.
yeah, for the biggest wrestling.
Fuck himself.
Well, look at it this way: he's not someone who's fucked off for a couple of years. I know is reliving his past memories. He is currently WWE's biggest draw.
Stop doing his promo against The Rock, and the promo that made me go for the Cena against The Rock, who's my favorite of all time.
But what I'm trying to say is like it's not like the fucking honky tonk man or fucking Scott Hall or anything like that. He's the biggest star in wrestling right now. Well, in the WWE at least.
He's worth more than the likes of Shawn Michaels and Goldberg. Then you're on something.
I say the £300 is because they must be paying WWE about 250 of that alone each to get him to do this.
I'd say he is an expensive one now to get.
What do you get for the £300 just for a start?
I don't know what you get for £300. I'm assuming he's going to be signing stuff and at least meeting you before the show and maybe having a chat with you or something like that.
Invisible man, no, I'm not fucking paying £300.
I kind of would. I kind of want to.
You ever seen a fan wear the Cena t-shirts? For the love of God, why?
That's too much to pay.
I don't know. If it was 200, I'd say probably yeah, but 300. There's like, you know what? It's like half my brain's going. That's well worth it. That's John Cena.
Hang on a second. Think how much is it to meet him at the events over in America?
They would be a lot cheaper because WWE wouldn't be. It'd be a WWE sanctioned event. So
yeah, that's what I'm just gonna think.
As I was saying, it's like
Cena entails though. I'm just curious as to what he's actually going to do.
I feel like he would probably shoot the shit and just like maybe to a limit, but at least be pretty open about his time in the WWE.
He does like to do that sometimes.
He does, like, he's pretty open about it. He's gotten to that point now where he could probably call Vince McMahon a prick on the live air on TV, and Vince would probably go,
yeah.
It's like, what exactly is he going to do to me? So I'm going to fire him.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he can't. He can't afford to fire him. He's his fucking workhorse at this point.
That's got to be the greatest thing about Cena. He can't do anything wrong because there's nobody else to replace him.
Roman Reigns.
We'll get to that.
I love that we have to like no, we're not letting you go off on your tangent yet. We have to wait. We all have designated time slots this week.
Let's come back to Raw because I actually did watch Raw because it was like the first time I actually got to watch Raw live in weeks.
It's the first time I've actually gotten to watch Raw in a long time, and I knew I was like, I have to watch Raw this week because the moment I've been waiting for the last 3 years is finally going to happen again, and I don't care. I know it's just.
I completely forgot about that. Jesus Christ, the Shield came out together. Fucking hell. Oh my God, I completely forgot about it.
I've been waiting since June 2nd, 2014 for this to happen. Okay, and it's finally happened.
Just get better.
Great.
I have the dates right off the top of my head, and I know it's only going to be for a short period of time. I know it's for the wrong reasons. It still happened. I'm still happy about it.
No, it's not for the wrong reasons. It's for the right reasons. Yes.
Oh, okay, my boys are back together.
That was great too.
The crowd at TLC, I'm going to be so pissed.
What?
If they don't come out through the crowd at TLC, I'm going to be so pissed.
Apparently, they might be getting new music as well.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, because Roman Reigns has been using that. Maybe they'll keep the start of it, but I think overall the music might change. I read that somewhere that they might change their theme music because at this rate, the Shield song, it's Roman's now.
Yeah, because like at the end of each, when they came out at Raw and like at the start and when they finished, it was Roman's music that they ended on. But then when they came out and they did the spot at the end with Braun, again, I was kind of like, and a little bit was like, is that actually the old Shield music or is it just Roman's music? Because I actually can't even remember what the
the original Shield music. Eventually, it has little bits of the word Shield just thrown on here.
Yeah, so there's not much of a difference. You hear that theme song though, you're not thinking the Shield.
Yeah, I don't think the Shield anymore. Yeah, actually, it does just.
That's because I'm a Roman fan, but anyway, I'm like Roman's the only one who still thinks he's in the Shield, but like everyone else fucked off.
Maybe that's why like they're like doing the reunion now, and they're just like, no, Roman, we've always been here. What are you talking about? It's just a dream. See, we're my champion. See, that was just a dream.
I love it. I love as well how some people are like, oh, they want to get back together because they just want to get Roman Reigns over. Fucking clearly, Jesus Christ, fucking obvious. Like,
there's like no other reason to do this. No other.
It doesn't. There's no logic. There's absolutely no logic behind this bringing them back, other than we need to get Roman over.
There's one other reason. Unless we have a viewer who writes for WWE and is like, "Oh, hang on a second, we've seen Amy. We need to do this. Like, this needs to happen."
Did you just send me the email?
Sorry, what?
Did you just say we've seen the email? This has to happen.
No.
What did you say? If there's a writer watching this,
Amy.
Yeah.
I didn't say Amy. I said Amy. It's just my accent. Fuck, doesn't matter.
All right. Look, I said this before the start of the show. Last night, okay. I was drinking at dinner. I'm not fully here. Like, oh shit! I wanted to go on a rant about something that happened before dinner, but I'll do it at the end of the podcast because it's not wrestling related. But it really just pissed me off.
I've got to go on a rant too. So, but we'll get there.
Yours is wrestling related. Mine isn't. I don't want to make that I don't want to make that person angry again that was commenting on our last video, saying that I was too angry.
Where were we?
Not angry today.
I actually forgot about the reason I was going on a rant until I started writing down stuff that we need to get through, and I went, "Oh my god!"
You've just remembered why you're angry.
Yeah. I wish the podcast was on earlier in the week when this news came out, but it feels like the longest week in human history. So it feels like that was fucking ages ago. Like,
I'll tell you what, come on, we get through Raw, and then.
And right, we don't really need to talk about anything on SmackDown, bar the possible main event for Survivor Series and NXT's got. Which did you hear that? No,
I didn't hear I saw a thing for it, but I didn't actually look at it. It wouldn't load.
Jinder versus Lesnar in a brand supremacy match. Who's the better champion?
How has that come about, though? Why is
apparently apparently the Survivor Series this year may follow the same suit as last year. Raw versus SmackDown. They want Lesnar on the show. They want Jinder's obviously going to be on the show. It makes sense for him to challenge. He's going to want to prove that he's the best WWE champion ever. How do you do that? You face
they're literally
probably the most dominant.
They're pushing.
There's nothing good come out of this.
Just for him to lose to Brock Lesnar. Are you serious?
What the hell is the point of that? Like,
no, I want to see it. I want to see it just in case if it's no DQ and Lesnar just smashes the Singh brothers with 2 F5s and a couple of suplexes, because that would be fucking amazing.
Class.
Love the dude.
To be fair.
Just ragdolls.
Oh, could you imagine if they actually sort of had a decent match and the Singh brothers fucked Lesnar over? Could you imagine the internet if Jinder won? I kind of watched that happen. Imagine Jinder beat. Oh god, it was so cool. I kind of watched that. So what? Book it. Fucking bucket. Oh.
I don't know how I would actually feel about that, and I don't even like Brock Lesnar, but even I'm like, if he loses to fucking Jinder Mahal, I'm going to be so upset.
Braun Strowman couldn't do it, but fucking Jinder.
Oh my god, I'm actually. It
And,
hasn't even happened, and I can already feel the anger rise.
the forum would implode.
I would actually, do you know what? Just even if that did happen, I would be the first one to post one like, screw spoilers. No, we are all discussing this right now.
That if he did that,
as it's happening, I'm like, no, we're doing a live reaction right now as it happens. Admin, please ban. Nope.
In all fairness, if you post the spoilers, like, you couldn't exactly be banned, could you?
It's
Nope.
my rules, dude.
Joe used to do it as a joke.
I'll go off on a Jericho rant, been like, no, dude, here's like 1,004 reasons why I'm able to do this. Number 1, I'm admin. Number 2, I'm still admin. Number 3, armbar. Number 4, gin and tonic makes me angry. Anyway.
Aaron, please.
Leo Rush debuted in NXT.
What?
Oh no, Kalisto won the Cruiserweight Championship,
Yeah.
and then it was pointed out to me afterwards he won the US title about a year ago. Fucking forgot about that.
Hey.
He was US champion. He
Yeah,
beat
do you remember
Ryback.
the feud?
He viewed Ryback and Baron Corbin, wasn't it? He was US champion. Ryback was there.
He was the one that was feuding with Del Rio. Did he not win the US title then?
I think he won the US title then, but then after that, he actually had quite a forgettable but serviceable match against Ryback at the pre-show of not the last WrestleMania, the WrestleMania before that.
Yep.
He had quite a good match for him. He managed to pull out a decent match for fucking Ryback.
That's quite impressive now, to be fair. Did he win? Did he win the Cruiserweight Championship on Eddie Guerrero's birthday?
Yes, they think that's maybe one of the reasons why, away from the fact that Neville didn't that he walked out.
Yeah, never walked out, and they decided this
could be
thing. But it's like, oh, it's still that. It's still
He's not going to hold it long. So
no. Oh, I really don't want him to lose it. I would love to see Jack Gallagher as the champion, actually.
I'm kind of hoping he ends up winning it, like maybe near the end of his feud. Maybe a face gets it at some point, but it's only transitional champion and Jack Gallagher wins it sometime around WrestleMania next year or something like that.
I would love to see Jack Gallagher hold the belt. I think he would be savage at it with it.
He's actually done. Do you know what? Out of everyone out of the cruiserweights, he's actually been quite good.
Yeah.
His feud has been shite, but
he's an amazing talent. He deserves so much more than he's given.
He does. I agree. Leo Rush debuted as well on NXT. I'm going to just skip to NXT because who fucking cares about SmackDown? Leo Rush debuted on NXT, and the funniest moment of the whole thing.
I care about SmackDown.
What happened then? That's all.
Well, I only got through half of there before we got on.
I care about SmackDown. I only watched half of it.
No, it's not that I only watched that, but I couldn't find the other half because WWE had removed the second half of the entire show from every place I went to watch it.
Oh,
so I had to go on YouTube a highlight bit. So I did actually kind of see it, but 3-minute videos on YouTube is a bit shit.
Did anything actually happen?
In all fairness, let me the
show kicked off the tag teams, which was we didn't really talk about the pay-per-view that happened, and
that's because there was only 2 matches that were even cared about in that, and that was
like the involved best matches of the year.
Yeah, and it's wait. I'm just realizing there was the open that was like led to a number 1 contender spot, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, who won that number one contender spot?
Chad and
Shelton.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, that's great. Okay. Because as much as I really love the way the New Day and the Usos were going, I'm really glad that's over now.
Then we had Corbin defending his US title.
Okay. Yeah.
And he successfully defended it with an end of days.
Oh, his theme music. Oh.
Everybody says that now because
like even when you're listening to that theme music, it just sounds like something that's gonna look fucking amazing at a Mania at night.
I just realized something.
Oh,
I don't know what the theme music is like.
you listen to it when you get the chance.
I'm just thinking, it's like I'd be tempted to put it on now in the background, but then again, the way WWE are, this video will probably end up getting removed then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. No, sorry, I wasn't asking you. I'm asking Rachel. She's just lying on the bed, just looking at the wall, just going.
Tequila. Anyway.
Yeah. So, apparently, as well, Jinder's next opponent for his belt, which I'm assuming will happen after Survivor Series if the match with Lesnar happens, will be against AJ.
So that would mean that he else wins against Lesnar, or it's a DQ.
DQ would be a safe way to go.
Hang on, is there anybody that would be wanting to attack Brock?
You wouldn't have to do that. Don't be brilliant.
It could be a way of doing that both sides.
Jinder, right? He's getting battered left, right, and center.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is bring the Singh brothers in.
Yeah, but the Singh brothers have a distraction against somebody like Lesnar because he'll just F5 both of them and then Jinder will do his shitty finisher again.
What would be brilliant is they come in and they smack Lesnar in the back with a chair. They're obviously not going to be strong enough to swing that chair hard enough. He can just take the chair shot in the back and just turn around slowly, and the two lads are like,
oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Just grabs the two of them by the back of the neck or something and just like slaps them together. Just, that'd be good. That would be good, actually. Now that won't happen, I'm going to be disappointed.
This is the thing, because we talk about it, we're kind of building this up too much in our heads. It's never. And if it does happen, it's not going to be as good as anything we'd hope for.
Oh, no. Oh, something I learned today that I completely forgot about. The Velveteen Dream started on Tough Enough. I fucking forgot that.
Yeah, Patrick.
How did you not know that?
I hadn't heard anything from NXT in so long that I forgot that show even existed.
Out of the three of us, I think you're the least person who should be talking about NXT.
Yeah.
I haven't watched NXT in a while.
Exactly, which is why I don't think you should really have an opinion on it.
I need to start watching it again, though, because...
An NXT show.
Say that again?
Have you even been to an NXT show?
I hope to get to one in January.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Nice. I need to look at Rachel when I do this. We're leaving early on Saturday, aren't we? Yeah, we're leaving early on Saturday. So with the time difference, very possible I could grab a ticket to that.
To NXT? Are you joking?
Seriously,
I'm going over there with a ton of money. I will pay upwards of
OTT tickets.
You don't know anything about NXT, do you?
At all.
Scalpers. Go ahead.
Fair enough. Bring plenty of money with you. That's all I'm saying.
Aaron, seriously, I'm surprised at you. You're shocking. You're actually shocking. You're in charge. Like that.
I I hope he gets to the show now. I hope it costs you like $1,000, but like.
Oh, I really do. I really get
I'd like to point out, I'm not paying no more than $300 for a show like that. Fuck that.
You're not going then?
Yeah, not at all.
No.
Unless you have the tickets bought now. Nah, you ain't going.
No.
How about this? Right? How about two shut your mouths? Right?
What?
Oh,
I forgot Aaron gets like this when other people are right. He decides, no, we're just going to end it now.
Yeah, just stop talking. Stop. I'm right. Just stop pointing out my wrong.
New topic. I'm done now. Yeah, new topic.
Scroll. Find new topic.
Wrong.
War Games is coming back. And I found
and so yeah, War Games is coming back, and it's it's going to be the next year as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I don't care if it was a bunch of.
Get past all this because Aaron has no authority over this and what to say. We'll just go.
It's my podcast and I can mute you. So.
my forum, I can remove you.
Then the podcast ends. So
this is the thing. So either way, then you're still going to end out badly on this, not me.
To be fair, both results of those would end very badly because then there would be no more of this, and then we'd have one less entertaining person in the forum.
We can build someone else up. Corporate Keen is really starting to make it up.
I'm loving this random sightings of Corporate Keen. It's fucking brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm loving it.
Nathan sent me a picture. I think it was like a screenshot of me and him when we were doing like the promo thing for the IWF 24/7. It's just me and him just like sitting on someone's front porch. It's just me like bag in hand. And just like Keem just with the mask on. I'm like, that's actually probably one of my favorite pictures of all time.
That's genius for him to actually be on the show with the mask. Shout out to Keane. Genius.
No, Keane can fuck off. He's sold out. We have a podcast right here, and he ain't fucking join it properly.
Here, to be fair,
low blows.
Sorry, hold on.
Only Corporate Keane is signed to low blows. Who says we can't actually sign the actual Keane?
Ooh.
The big red monster Keane. Ooh, he can have a red mask.
If we did, it would just be Eric Rowan all the time, and all of us antagonizing him.
Actually,
being like, well,
to be fair, if you ever watched the one with him on it, how much did Eric Rowan got? Yeah, he barely mentioned it.
Yeah.
The only time he mentioned it was when I said that Luke Harper, that Braun Strowman was the most successful person, or the Wyatt family went, well.
But Keane, if you're right there, if you're willing to make another Keane face with like a
red beard,
Keane mask, we'd like to have you on. Be cool.
If that doesn't happen next week, I'll be very disappointed. I'll be on this podcast next week as well with a lovely 10.
How long are you going away for again?
Tuesday to Sunday. I shall be back Sunday morning.
You will slightly burn. That's how it works.
Because I just realized something, that you're going away, and then I'm heading off on the 4th of November for a week.
4th of November. Is there not a OTT show then?
That is the day I'm flying out. I'm devastated because I'm going to miss.
In a show.
I'm going to miss Matt Riddle versus Jordan Devlin.
This is a bombshell.
Clearly, she doesn't care about OTT.
Do you know what makes it even worse is my mom booked the holiday, and I didn't pay for this holiday. I didn't pay for it. My mom is paying for it, and I had a go at her for not double checking. And she was like, "You're getting a free holiday. You're missing one show. You're not going to miss anything." And then they had the announcement clearly at the OTT 3rd anniversary And literally me and Rob, who was across the ring, and Ali, who was kind of like next to me, the three of us we're going to miss November. And we all just kind of went, ugh. We were Ralph Wiggum when Lisa told him that he didn't like her. Our hearts were breaking at that time. I'm legit devastated. Yeah, I'm happy that Alex finally went back and watched Matt Riddle versus Bailey. And oh my god, it's a fucking, oh my god. I'm still not over that match.
Did he take back his comments?
No, he didn't. He still thinks he was like, no, I wouldn't say it's better than he's such a little fucking New Japan.
Well, at least he was, because he made his comments before he hadn't even, like, I haven't even seen them.
He hadn't even seen it, and he was commenting it.
It's like, that's bullshit. Anyways.
Just an update there on the fact that Ireland is going to be wiped off the map in a couple of hours.
Oh my god, yeah.
The entire country is now been put into a state of red, as most of it's going to be hit with about 75 mile winds.
I'm supposed to be heading to Dublin tomorrow evening. That's going to be fun.
I'm still gonna have to go to work, so I don't give a shit at this point. I'd rather the bus had flown off the road. My managers were probably like, you still have to come in, and you have to work up the time you missed.
Like,
I'm not going to name any employers here at this point. I don't want to lose my job.
Oh my god, there's a potential risk to fucking lives, and I've still got to go in and bread some fucking chicken.
Like that's actually the amazing thing. I meant to ask this: does KFC like have a breakfast menu or something like that you have to be?
Dan literally asked this question earlier, right? We do get a bit. We do get a bit of foot traffic actually in the mornings, but it's usually from like 99% of the time it's from like the business park around the place. Especially since the Double Down burger came in, I fucking hate that burger.
Is that the burger without a bun?
Yeah, it's 2 pieces of chicken, barbecue sauce on the top, cheese, bacon, barbecue sauce.
Yeah, okay, we'll have to
less barbecue sauce.
Just going to say this. All schools and colleges are closed tomorrow, according to the Department of Education.
Yeah.
All schools and colleges, right?
Oh, my God.
All just waiting now is Bus Air to cancel all buses, and then I'm stuck here.
I'm actually just gone onto Dublin bus just to be like, come on, just don't screw me over.
I'll admit, no, because I'm relying.
I can't, like, so the worst thing is, like, I would have got over if this got delayed by 2 hours, because then I wouldn't have to go until 10. And then I would have gone, because it would have been just heavy winds and rain. There's 85 mile an hour winds expected to hit Cork alone.
Yeah.
I'm going to die. I've got to cross a bridge. No matter what, I have to go over a bridge to get to the fucking city. I'm going to die. If I get injured in any way, shape, or form, fuck me, I'm going to snap. He's going to be dealing with an incredibly passive-aggressive Aaron when he meets me tomorrow morning.
You need to tell me that there is a version of Aaron that's not passive-aggressive.
There's one that's incredibly passive-aggressive. That's, like, not even, like, it's not even funny. I can laugh and joke sometimes when I'm, like, annoyed, but I have those days, like, tomorrow morning, he might actually, like, kick me out of the shop. I'm not going to be happy.
Oh shit, fucking everywhere is closed on tomorrow.
Yeah, whole fucking country's getting shut off. And now I'm trying to, like, but we ain't still open at 8 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Look, he went to KFC. This is actually bullshit for Aaron. I actually do feel bad for him.
Oh my god. I text him as well, like, I literally text him and I goes, there's no buses.
Fucking morning.
The worst thing is I text him and I goes, oh look, there's no buses running, right? Chances are I'm probably not going to be able to afford a cab. Surely this can get delayed by 2 hours so we can at least have some breathing room so none of us get injured. Me and the manager. Anyway, oh no, we still have to come in to work at 8 o'clock. If I go inside there and KFC is the only one that has staff coming in at 8 o'clock, I fucking kill him.
Shove a piece of breaded chicken down his throat.
That would be a waste of perfectly fine chicken.
Drop it on the floor first.
Do you know all of these 11 or 12 herbs and spices?
No. We get the bag.
Don't even tell me.
No, see, because
How could I try?
Basically, right, what we get when we have to bread the chicken is a massive bag of flour, salt, herbs and spices, and like an egg and milk sort of powder thingy, which honestly tastes rank and looks rank. And it's like the only part of it I'm kind of like, oh, that's not good. But the rest of it's fine. Like, you can find that information anywhere. Google it.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't want to trust.
Sorry, lads. Just very quickly. We've kind of gone off on one here.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, a major one, like.
And Rachel has left. Rachel has also left.
She's left. She doesn't get. She stopped caring. She's probably gonna get sick. You enter the Jägermeister. Anyway, Jim Cornette's dick.
What's this about? Like, I want to hear.
So basically, what happened was that everyone just assumed that Jim Cornette just got his dick up, just had a waving it in front of people in the middle of a show because he's a pervert. But what actually happened was So if you listen to Bruce Pritchard's podcast, right, he can do an impression of most of the roster from the 90s. It's actually kind of funny because some of them are very, very, very good, right? He has face masks at his show, so he puts them over his face when he talks about them as a joke. Jim Cornette saw Vince Russo one on the floor, went to grab it, was going to do that thing where you kind of like stick your finger through your zipper when you're like, as a joke. He pulled it down just a little bit too much. His dick and balls came out for a second. He didn't even notice he did it until after he went home and saw the internet just light up. It was like, oh, Jim Cornette got his dick out. It's just like... It's really funny as well. If you listen to his podcast as well this week, it is very funny when he starts talking about it because he genuinely didn't know he did it. It's fucking brilliant.
But no, honest to God, that's hilarious because of like the fact that he done that in the middle of the ring, did he?
No, it was on a stage. It was in some like fucking
right.
It was a live show. It was Bruce Pritchard's podcast. They do live shows and like stuff they can't really talk. Why did you put that into the fucking like? Okay then.
It's Dan, for Dan.
If you look at the chat, you have your 12 spices and herbs for KFC chicken. So yeah, that's what happened. People blew this all out of proportion because people like apparently Jim Cornette must be the devil or something. Because if he hates anyone, the other person must be in the right. Which is a beautiful segue.
Talking balls out at any other location, they'd probably get into more shit.
Yeah, I believe it's actually called exposing yourself, and it is a criminal offense.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to segue into the other story about Jim Cornette.
For fuck's sake.
Well, it's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
There's another. What did the thing with Santino?
I haven't even seen that, but fuck's sake.
Right. If no one knows what I think any fucking wrestling fan that's been on the internet for more than 10 minutes probably knows this. Like,
just go for it.
I'm just going to go for it. So when the Boogeyman debuted in WWE first, he went to OVW. And the very first show he was on, he was a heel. When he was going through the crowd, Santino laughed when he looked at him. When everyone else ran, he fucking laughed. Jim Cornette at the time was commentator and fucking booker for OVW and was part owner. This is what led to him getting fired from the company back then.
Cornette?
When they went into the back, he flipped the fucking gasket. As you can imagine, if you're a booker trying to get this ridiculous character over and somebody's standing there laughing, the fuck, like? And he slapped the shit out of him. I heard once for years, but apparently it was like a good couple of times he like smacked him about, right? So Jim has said this a couple of times. He has actually he had no hard feelings towards Santino. Just more the fact that he got him fired because he ratted them out to management. He got him out of a job he didn't want to be in anymore, but he still got him out of it in a bad way. Like, you got me fired, I didn't quit. Do you know what I mean? So
yes,
a couple of years later, it seemed to die down for ages. He didn't mention it. He didn't talk about it, at least unless he was asked by some people at like some live shows. He always gets asked the question what happened, and he repeats it. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, so when Santino retired about 4 years ago, I think was that?
Around that, yeah.
5 years ago. He said that Jim Cornette rang him up and started laughing at him because his career finished because of his neck. That's bullshit.
Are we going on what Jim Cornette says on this? Yeah.
I just away from that, right? Jim Cornette could be a dick at the best of times. Can you honestly imagine someone being in the business that long, ringing up another wrestler?
Yeah, I can.
I can't.
I can.
Because he openly admits that he did it a couple of years before that to Vince Russo, and that led to somebody else getting fired. I think he ended up getting demoted to OVW after that, because basically when they were at some like fucking show or something, there was a load of fucking wrestling people there from the WWF, and somebody said in the back, "I've got Vince Russo's number," and he goes, "Do you know?" And he rang him, and he just basically just fucked him out on the phone. He hung up, he rang him back, and he fucked him out on the phone again. Vince Russo, being the fucking pussy that he was, blamed Bruce Pritchard for it, and Bruce Pritchard got into serious shit over it. So that was the whole thing. He's going to admit if he rang him up and someone laughing at him, or even if he just rang him up and just said something to him. Anyone who's been around, it seems like it, anyone who's been around Jim Cornette long enough seems to be able to impersonate him quite well. So I feel like it was a prank call. Jim Cornette's a knob at the best of times. He's not a prick to ring up another wrestler and laugh at the fact that his career finished. Like, that's too cunty. Sorry, but it's not. It's not him. It's just too cunty altogether. Anyway, that moves on to the fact that they didn't see each other for ages.
Aaron?
Yes?
Have you ever seen the video of Jim Cornette screaming at the drive-thru attendant?
My favourite video ever, to be honest.
And you still think that he wouldn't be that cunty to ring someone up and laugh at them?
Do you ever hear this backstory to why he did that?
Why am I not surprised that you have an excuse for
There is a backstory, and there's a reason why he did it. Do you want another reason why he did it? He was...
Shut up for a minute. You're like an enabler. You're an enabler. You will literally find a reason to back up every single thing. I want
to ask you a question. Who was in the car with him?
I don't know.
You don't know who was in the car with him? Right.
Nope.
Chris Jericho and Lance Storm were in the car with him, right? And Chris Jericho, I think it's Van Halen. I think he can do a decent enough impression of the lead singer of Van Halen or something like that, and was in the back of the car giving shit to the attendant, while at the same time telling Jim, "Give her shit yourself." And that's when he snapped and got out of the fucking car and went mental at you one. And I think what's the line? "Stupid fat ugly bitch." Something like that. He like pulls the door open and he goes, "You stupid fat ugly bitch." He just goes back into the car. It's a really funny video. But like, if you're driving for fucking 10 hours and then you order a big meal and then you get to the fucking drive-thru window and they goes, "We thought that was a joke," are you seriously going to sit there and go, "Cool"? No, you're probably going to fucking stab someone.
Clearly, in the case of this business, that has happened to them numerous times before, that they've stopped taking those type of orders. If someone is going to make a massive order like that, the majority of the time they probably will have to go in to collect.
But that's what they were doing. They were going around to collect the food. It was just
no, they'd have to go into the actual establishment as opposed to just in the drive-thru.
I think it was so late that I don't know if this. Assuming this is the way it is, because because it was so late, they didn't want people coming into the shop in case they caused trouble. So they just said they have the drive-thru, which clearly didn't work.
Making excuses.
Anyway, I'm going to get back onto the fucking story that we were on. Right, Dairy Queen incident. It's very famous, and so fucking what? They didn't see each other for years. Jim Cornette apparently did not know he was going to be at the show until like the day of it, because a couple of people dropped out. So they asked Santino to come, which his co-host pointed out it was like a Legends of the Kobo event or something, and Santino wouldn't have been a legend there. So it was weird, but apparently it was Jim Cornette, Al Snow, Santino Marella.
Poor Al Snow.
And everything was fine between them. Jim kept getting told of these amazing sandwiches that were in like the food court, like around the corner. So he went to get his sandwich. And as he was like going to it, Santino put out his hand to shake his hand. He shook his hand and went, "That's all we're going to do," attempted to walk away, and Santino kept fucking egging him on. And apparently doing it in his fucking gimmick. One like Santino with a Canadian accent. It was Santino Marella like and he wouldn't fuck off. He basically with the way it's described and with what I've read of other people that were there, it looked like he was goading him to get a smack off Jim, so he could say, backing up every claim that's been put towards him that he's a fucking arrogant asshole that just wants to smack him about. So that's when Jim shouted out in the middle and goes, this dickhead, this son of a bitch dickhead wants me to smack him. And that's when security came along and fucking started trying to put him away. He kept trying to fucking speak to him. He would not fuck off. So Jim got told kindly to leave.
So everything against Jim Cornette is just conspiracy theory then?
What I think it is just assuming that Jim Cornette was in an argument. Oh, he must be in the wrong. He has to be in the wrong because it's Jim Cornette. He's a fucking asshole. Because he does, like the Young Bucks, so he must be a dickhead. That's what most of the internet does. Because they don't fucking... What are you doing?
The Cobra.
Do you know what I loved as well? Do you know what I loved? It was in the forum. I can't remember who said it. I think it was Kirk again, because we think the Clash heads a lot and say that. He was like, "Oh, Jim's just a fucking dickhead. Or he's just a pussy." And I'm like, he stood in front of a man who has legitimate MMA experience, and he did fuck all. Jim is a 56-year-old fucking veteran manager with 2 gammy knees, a big fat gut, is out of shape, and has lived on double cheeseburgers for most of his life. I think Santino's the bitch. I could be wrong, but I'm willing to admit Santino's a fucking bitch. Like, even if they did start fighting, who comes out in the right here? Jim. What? Okay, so Jim beats up Santino. Just proves Santino can't fight for fucking shit, and a 56-year-old cripple basically can batter him. Or Santino manages to fucking turn him into a pretzel, and Santino looks like a dick because he assaulted a 56-year-old cripple. What was he trying to achieve? What was he trying to achieve? Why did he do this? Give me, Amy, you seem to be fucking calling me an enabler. You tell me what he had to gain from getting in Jim Cornette's face.
There's another thing as well. You go based on everything with regards to Jim Cornette. You go on hearsay and what other people go on.
I made sure that I read the right shit. I listened to his version. I read the entire fucking speech that Santino gave out. A fucking incredibly long-winded speech that he gave out. Jesus Christ.
You're criticizing the other person that's against Jim Cornette in this. You're
because all you have to do was shit.
Else. You're getting quite agitated over it as well.
I'm getting quite agitated because it's going to lead into, do you know why? Because it's going to lead into the next fucking argument because I'm going to segue into that later on.
Talk about this. See how calm I'm able to be about this? Because I'm not an enabler of Jim Cornette like you are.
Amy, I don't know how you're going to take this, but I think you're being an enabler of Aaron because you're just letting them rant.
Why didn't Santino?
I actually feel like there is something missing. I think one of us should take on the Alex role, and I think I'm doing it really, really well.
So there's a point I'm going to bring up, and it was brought up in the podcast. And I think,
I am the oldest one here. Yeah. I should be the one to stop this and be the adult. You're adult. Nah. No, okay.
I'm getting into this because there's a reason why Santino is in the fucking wrong here. I'm going to keep going.
20, aren't you?
I'm the oldest.
Yeah, and you're not doing anything to stop this. So technically, I am the more mature.
I'm trying to be young. I kind of even spiked up my hair, trying to be like all hip and young and everything. Hey, ooh.
I want to continue on here because I'm actually going to defend Joey Ryan before I fucking go mental on him in about 10 minutes.
Sorry, very quickly. I just want to point out something. This is from someone who is no longer a member of the forum, right? But he has put up a status which is actually quite. Right. People are going to die tomorrow because we as a country don't understand / willingly ignore the severity of what's coming. We're not used to this kind of weather. In any country, a status red or equivalent warning means stay at home, don't leave your house for any reason. Someone's going to die tomorrow attempting to travel and work for an employer who won't give 8 hours of safety in the face of a hurricane. This is pretty fucked up. He has a point.
If I get started on that right, I'm going to want to run for about 45 minutes. That makes sense.
I just want to hear the Joey Ryan rant.
The Joey Ryan rant is coming, but first I need to defend him.
Yes,
right?
first.
Of all the shit that's gone on with Jim Cornette and Joey Ryan, right? When they met at WrestleMania and the back of the WCPW show, Joey Ryan shook his hand and left it. Off everyone. He deserved to fucking go mental on Jim. I probably would have went, fine. Cool. He, off the shit that Jim said, he probably deserves to get his own 2 cents back in his face. But he didn't. All Santino had to do was shake his hand and go, fine, fucked up.
Get over the whole fucking issue, okay? Just move on to something else.
On another note, fuck Joey Ryan. Kayfabe's not dead, you dick. It's an embarrassment to the wrestling business. Fuck off.
I actually want to see if I can find what my reasoning was behind all this again, because I did actually have a well thought out opinion on it.
It's not opinion, I'm sorry, but wrestling kayfabe is the only reason wrestling exists.
No, I'm not talking about that. Remember what I had said in the group chat on it.
Oh yeah, go back on that one. It's a bit far back, which is fine, right?
Yeah,
so I'm gonna rant. You go look for that. I'm gonna go on my rant, my anger-fueled rant, because as I get more into it, right? Coming from him, right? That's the most retarded thing that's ever come out of any other human being's mouth. You need kayfabe to get your fucking dick spot over. If you don't have kayfabe, that doesn't exist. If you don't have kayfabe, nothing in the wrestling business makes any fucking sense. Because if you start, Alex tries to do this all the time, right? If you start picking apart tiny little bits of wrestling, the whole thing falls apart. You need to suspend your disbelief in it. And to fucking say that kayfabe is an embarrassment to the wrestling business, he deserves never to get booked again by anyone ever. He deserves to get his head kicked in by any fucking veteran that's been in this thing for more than 5 years. If kayfabe doesn't exist, then I'm assuming he's a porn star in real life, and he's very shit one because I've seen none of his videos. Am I right?
No, yeah, fair point.
I'm fair point, aren't I? Like, do you see how retarded his comment is? Like, oh my god.
If kayfabe didn't exist, his career as of late wouldn't exist.
Yeah. The only reason he's fucking over is because of kayfabe. Over is a fucking very loose term as well, by the way. The only reason he's pumped. The only reason anybody even fucking knows of his existence is because of fucking kayfabe. You fucking imbecile. As I was saying to his and somebody goes, I bet you wouldn't say that to his face. I wouldn't, because I'm never ever going to pay for a show into which Joey Ryan is displayed in the fucking card. And if I ever go to a show and he comes out, I'll fucking walk out or I'll turn my back. Fuck him. Fucking prick. Stupid, useless, fucking irrelevant fucking prick. Fucking asshole. Fucking angered me. It fucking angered me. That's the very first thing I saw when I woke up on Thursday morning.
I'm going to have to cut your rant short if all you're going to do is just sit there and curse. You need to come out with coherent words and sentences, not just...
Yeah, fucking coherent words and sentences, alright? Fucking dick, fucking asshole, fucking cunt is all like a couple of sentences that are fucking coherent. Fucking spastic. Jesus fucking Christ. Kayfabe is I'm not done, Rachel. I'm not done. Okay. I'm out of your cap later on.
Okay, chill. Okay. Aaron.
I'm listening.
Just think soothing noises. Right? So my view on this one, though, right? So this is when you had said this to me first off. I was kind of like, okay, I can kind of see where issues lie in the sense of whole kayfabe, right? So my view on it, which I can't remember if we all read it, was my whole view on it. Like, if I'm entertained, I'm going to be really, really happy. I don't care if. Hold on a minute. I don't care if I know that everyone is friends outside of the ring. I don't give a shit if a heel is actually the nicest guy in reality. If they go out there and they make me forget about 3 hours of my life, I'm going to be really happy. I'll go and I'll have a look and see exactly what it was that Joey said. All right. So someone calls him out on a spot. He's going to hit back. That's a normal reaction to have. Everyone kind of called him all out on the whole dick spot. That's fine. You're going to have a reaction. You're going to defend your move on all this, right? In the world, in the day and age that we're in now, with so much information on your phone and you can just literally look up anything, everyone is going to know that what you're doing on TV is a storyline, okay? In saying that, though, I'm still going to invest in a storyline when it's done really, really well. Just like I would if it was a movie, if it's going to take me out of it for 2 hours and 20 minutes, or just like for a 20-minute match, that's fine. They've done their job in my mind. That what they've set out to do. It goes on to entertain. My whole belief in the whole kayfabe is that the reason why it's still around the way it is for younger fans. And it's going to be your stepping stone for them. You don't pander to a child because they will know that you are pandering. You don't sell a story to them from the get-go. They're going to know that you're taking the piss out of them and you're insulting their intelligence. Kids aren't stupid, no matter how much.
It's the same with men. It's the same with men and women when they get older.
But hold on. No, that's what I'm going to get to, right? You don't pander to a child because that is going to kill any type of run that I will have on a child at a young age when you're trying to get them involved into something. For us, it's completely different because we've already been fans of it since a long time ago, right? So you're not going to punch them. It's going to kill the whole thing. The heels in WWE, this is going back on what he said, saying that it doesn't have a point. To have a heel in WWE, it is still a point because, you still have Kevin Owens still being a bit of a dick is a perfect example of this because he plays it up at his shows and he will play a heel on camera. He knows the camera's on him. He's not going to drop it. That's an illusion there and it's needed. For the older fans, we all know that he's not actually a dick in real life, but he plays the part so fucking well, I'm going to believe that he probably is cursing to build every time to get. Now, him saying, when Joey Ryan said that it takes credibility away from a wrestler to still go for kayfabe, I think that is 100 and complete bullshit. And the example that I would use in that again is for Kevin Owens, because you see the amount of people that get pissy doesn't pander to a child. He doesn't go to high five them in the ring because even though the camera's not actually on him, he's still going to be a dick. He's still going to play up being a bit of a dick. And I think that works because it works for his character. It works for what they need him to do in the show. So for Joey to turn around and say that it reduces credibility for people, he clearly does not know what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to credibility. Because I'm sorry, my friend, the only credibility you have to go on is you porn and a dick spot. And I actually like Joey Ryan, but that kind of pissed me off a little bit because it's kind of insulting to the rest of us that do actually kind of buy into storylines.
Yeah, considering the business he's in, for him to go and say that. I haven't actually followed the whole story. Has he got much backlash from other wrestlers?
Say that again?
It seems like fucking none. Which, do you know what?
The fuck?
Do you know what? That just proves he's fucking irrelevant. And no one fucking cares about him. Bears fucking dick spot once every 6 months.
That was so intense, the way you said that.
It's fucking true.
Okay.
I love as well how I'm looking at you in this when the camera's down here and I should be looking at the fucking camera, but that would have made it a lot worse.
Looking at the TV, it's just like...
Because it's fucking true. No one cares. No one cares about him. Like, Jim Cornette didn't even mention it on his podcast. There was nothing about it.
Well, yeah, usually only talks about stuff once it's reached a certain level of an audience. That's clearly happened.
I think it was because as well, so much shit happened over the weekend. He didn't have time because his podcast is only about an hour long, so maybe it was that. But like, there wasn't even even if he just got asked by his co-host, "Do you want to talk about Joey Ryan?" and he just went, "Fuck Joey Ryan." At least then he mentioned it, but like there was nothing, and I was kind of like, I'm kind of happy about that. Spastic.
Okay.
Anyway,
next topic, please.
I don't have any more topics.
When has there ever been a podcast when I'm one of the more chilled out people of the whole group?
I hope everyone watches this as well, by the way. And fuck him. Somebody trying to go, kayfabe is stupid sometimes. Wrestling is stupid sometimes. I'm not going to name it by name because I remember it because it's ingrained in my fucking head. Wrestling is stupid sometimes.
It needs to be.
Fucking, the Undertaker is fucking stupid. Kane is fucking although his backstory is kind of cool. Kane is fucking stupid.
There are rules in matches that are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Why is it? How come in a no DQ match no one really goes? That annoys the fuck out of me on a daily basis. I'm like,
Seen it.
the no DQ match, no thing you can do to someone apparently, and yet no one does it.
I think it was in was it in OSW? They did it in like they're pointing out the hypocrisy of rope breaks, where in some no DQ matches they're there, in some they're not, and it can happen so frequently and so close to each other. You're just like, so they fucking allowed or not? Are they allowed?
There was
Also, in a no DQ match, when they have their opponent on the ropes, why is there a 5 count?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's it gonna do?
What?
To see how we need kayfabe.
No, actually, now I think about it, it's not.
Wrestling is fucking retarded.
Why was there a rope break in the Owens and Shane McMahon Hell in a Cell match?
I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Fuck it, like no disqualifications, but fuck yeah, he can just rope break.
Yeah, technically, if it's no DQ match, there shouldn't be a 5 count if you have your opponent on the ropes. There shouldn't be a rope break if there's a submission hold. There should be, and also low blows should be your first thing to do.
Yeah. But Joe's another stupid thing about wrestling. Joe's another stupid thing about it. Joe in ladder matches. So you see some fella there do a springboard or fucking run from side to side for like 25 minutes. The moment he gets on the ladder, he gets sober fucking palsy. He can barely lift his leg from one step to the other. Like, or in the position, or even when the position the ladder all wrong, and you know, I was like, you're not getting it now. The belt's here and the ladder's fucking there. You're not getting it now. Just like, why you fucking try, like?
It preempts you from the massive spot that's coming up. You're kind of like,
you just know what's going to happen. He's like, even if you're sitting on that side where you can see the belt, like the ladder in front, you're like, all right, who's going to die? Who's he going to fall?
Yeah.
Look around the side.
Well, you can see them setting up the ladder in the corner of the ring. You're like,
apparently, it's like one thing I've noticed, and the fact that it was pointed out to me on OSW was that he who sets up the table goes through the table. Which is very true. And it was very much pointed out in Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. Kevin Owens set up a load of chairs, he went through it. Roman Reigns set up tables. Set up tables, he went through them both. He who sets it up lives.
Doesn't always stand on the ladder the person who sets up the ladder.
Yeah. What I miss in ladder matches as well. Just getting one ladder and working with that. Like, it would be kind of cool. It would be kind of cool if there was a ladder match, right? And all they like an independent show, and they only have one ladder and they break it.
No, that has happened. That has happened.
Has it? I've never seen it.
I'm almost sure there's a video of it where the ladder breaks in half, and then they had to have a guy come in and hold up one side of the ladder so the guy could climb up.
oh yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's brilliant.
Seriously, look it up. It's got to be on YouTube or something. I'm nearly sure I've seen this. It's just such a small independent show. They only had one ladder, and the ladder broke.
Sure. That's brilliant. See, that's the type of shit that makes wrestling fun.
Yeah.
That's when the Serena's like, the ladder's broken. We need a ladder.
Imagine if that happened at the WWE show. It was like they broke, like if it was a story time where they broke in too many ladders or something like that. It's like, you can only have one for this match. No more breaking fucking ladders, because it's like somebody with like logic in the background. It's costed us a fucking ton, lads. We've broken about 20 ladders.
Go easy on the ladders.
Go easy, please.
I've actually a legitimate thing here that I'm thinking of. When wrestling companies are going to buy tables and chairs and ladders, and it's kind of like, is there a certain company, like obviously, okay, because every single table that they have at like the WWE events, obviously they're all manufactured from the same type of place. So like catering, basically, right? Do you ever think it's a point where they're just ringing up the catering company, being like, "Yeah, we need like an extra like six."
Probably.
Sorry, no, make that 12 tables. Rollins, you're going to the top. Yeah, 12 tables. Do you ever think? Like, I remember actually, I was just thinking about. I think I was listening to another podcast before, and they were talking about that. Like, they were like just ordering tables from a catering company, and then they'd order extras just because they knew they were going to break them. They'll lose the deposit on them or something like that. And the catering company caught onto it, and they just started giving them broken tables. Like they have the spokes in them, so like they're broken. They're probably going to break the table on us. So let's just give them the broken one. Like, can you just imagine like going into like a Woody's DIY and like, yeah, do you have like picnic tables? Just preferably ones that we can fold the legs and just, throw someone through. Just scientific experiment sort of situation. Like,
how many do you need? Yeah, about 12.
Hold on, 12. Oh, no, we might have an extra spot. Make it 14 just to be on the safe side. We might want to eat off one. Oh, screw that. We'll just make our own. Like, how hard could it be to make a table? Just get a few pallets from behind Dunn's. Be grand.
Do you have any of them folding chairs without the padding on it?
Do you know what? I could be wrong, but at one point there, Lee had in CCW. Now, if I'm wrong on this, I would like to be called out now, right? Because I never actually seen him get a new one. I'm nearly certain he used the same steel chair for a good long time. Like the same steel chair he used for about in CCW. I think the same steel chair was used for about 5 or 6 shows before it got just mangled. I could be wrong on that, but I never actually seen him buy a new one.
Were you ever as kids though, when your parents buy the folding chairs? When people come over, right? And it's like, we'll buy folding chairs just to have the extra seat. And I think the first time my parents ever brought folding chairs into this house, the first thing that me and my brothers did with them was like, padding on this. Come on, just start walloping each other with them. See how hard you can hit. And like, we'll use it in like our own matches, like in the front room. And so the way the layout of the front room was, I had like the couch at the wall, there's the door, and then there was an armchair. And that was like, okay, that's going to be the ring. That's where the ring is. We're not going to put padding down. There's a mantle, there's a fireplace on the side here. We're not going to pad this up. We'll grab. We just won't fall on that side. And we had the steel chair. And my brother, because there's a 5-year age gap between me and my eldest brother. And the two of them are 6'3" and 6'4". I'm the shortest at like 5'9". So I was the one that get lifted and thrown and whacked with the chair, whatever, right? And what happened was one of the lads whacked me with the couch and went over it and hit me against the door. And these was a glass door. And my elbow went through it. And we were kind of like, oh shit. We now have a broken panel in the door. It was like 9 panels sort of thing. And the middle one was now completely smashed. So we're like, shit. Clean it up, left it, kind of ignored it, hoped no one would really notice. And we just, whatever. Right? I should point out, I don't know if this speaks more about my parents than it does anything else. They didn't notice there was a missing glass panel for quite some time. And the only reason my dad copped it was the dog that we had at the time was a crossbreed mutt who was small enough to jump in and out through this gap. And the door was left open one day. And my dad was like in the sitting room. My dad was in the sitting room. And he was like, how the fuck did you get in here? So he opens the door, puts the dog back into the kitchen, closes it and goes, yeah. And then the next thing, like,
I gotta go to
the dog was back in the kitchen. And then the next thing you notice is the dog was back in the sitting room with him, and he's like, Jasper, how the fuck are you getting in there? He went to take the dog, and the dog ran through the door, and my dad was like, and that's when he noticed it. And then it was kind of like, get the kids down here right now. Someone's now, I want to point out, I said there's a 5-year age gap between us. We had this dog when I was like 10 or 11. So my brother would have been 16, 15, and then 11 years of age. So imagine getting pretty much we're all teenagers at this point, getting all your teenagers into and going, who broke the panel and how did you break it?
Yeah.
Amy with a chair, and she oversold it and went over. Went over the couch.
Oversold it like HBK.
I proper HBK'd it and just smashed. And then it was like, is that what happened to your pillow? Yeah. And then it was like, a couple of like years later, so when I was 16, I had to get surgery done on my neck to get like, there was like a piece of bone like pressing on this. How did you break your neck? Like, how did you break your neck? I was like, I don't know. And then we were sitting and we were all out for dinner one day and we were joking about stuff that we did. And then Damien was saying, do you remember when I gave you a razor's edge off the bed and you cracked off the floor and you weren't able to like walk for a while, and you're like, mom and dad were like, you broke your sister's neck. She was 4, you gobshite. This is why I would never be able to train as a wrestler. Because I am broken. I am broken. And
You've already had your wrestling career.
I think I started at the age of 4, and that's when I broke my neck, and that was kind of where it ended.
You had to answer.
I thought it was so funny though. I'd been walking around my entire life from the age of 4 up until I was like 16 with this excruciating pain in my neck, always thinking maybe it's just growing pains.
That's the whole thing. Like, if you don't, like, you haven't got an explanation for it, you think, this is probably normal. Everyone must have this.
It was only like when we were like looking at X-rays and doctors were like, if you had fallen awkwardly and like tilted your head, you'd probably be paralyzed. Like, how would you not realize this? And I'm kind of like, but none of us had an explanation as to why it was like how it happened. None of us could think of it. It wasn't until we were all out for a family dinner, been like, remember that time and you landed? And I was like, oh yeah, that was. Hold on a minute.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So after that, we were told you aren't allowed to play wrestle in the house anymore, which is probably a good idea. And then me with my overselling, I could have like ended up killing myself, and none of us realizing how I did it. And the doctor would be like, "Well, there's your problem there." But yeah, good times.
Holy shit, though.
Yeah. I would have made a brilliant ECW original, I think. Hardcore. Kurt Angle ain't got shit on me. You
already had the back.
What?
You'd already had the backstory and everything, like.
Yeah. A great backstory. Yeah,
where did Aaron go?
I don't know. He literally took his phone and just said he had to go for a minute. So unprofessional.
He does this every week. He should turn his phone off, but then what would he scroll through then when he's bored?
I think it's actually really funny though, because I'm constantly on my phone as well, but at least I can sort of multitask.
He can't, clearly.
No, he can't. Check on Rachel. She hasn't been back for ages.
Or if Rachel's still in the room and just hasn't went, that'd be weird.
If she is, she can lift her foot.
Hang on a second. Can we see? Rachel, are you in the room?
I'm just thinking now, does he still have the headphones plugged in? Because if he does, then she wouldn't be able to hear us anyway.
Oh! Yeah, more than likely he does. I can't remember, did he take them off or not?
But I can't remember if I saw her come back in after she left over the chicken issue.
That's another one. Ugh. See, the thing is, anyone who's been watching this and following up, they would know, but we don't know.
Yeah. Actually, I'll see if Nathan knows.
In all fairness, though, we can't always rely on people who are watching this. They're not always right.
Okay, I just want to point out Rachel. Even Nathan wrote back, I'm so excited to see if Rachel is there.
Hang on. Aaron's back. Aaron's back. Yeah, does he have...
Earphones plugged in. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I need to find out.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Hang on, he can't hear us.
Aaron?
Can't hear us yet.
Is Rachel in the room?
Yeah.
Hello?
Is Rachel there?
Yeah, she's there. Why?
Oh my god.
Why?
We were trying to talk to her, but then we realised that you had your headphones plugged in so she wouldn't hear us anyway.
They tried to talk to you. But, yeah.
we're trying to see if she was still in the room and if she was alive. And then we're like, no, if she can hear us, she'll lift her foot up. And then the two of us are like leaning in, being like, oh shit, still have his earphones plugged in.
If you told me that you were going to talk to her, I should have plugged them out.
But like, in all fairness, hang on a second. Is she not watching live anyway?
No. Who's viewing us?
Probably just as well then. Because...
Is there somebody watching this? Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody's watching us. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that would be our usual viewer,
Nathan.
Hi, buddy.
Fuck the revival.
Oh, Dan, did you see the new the new Bullet Club symbol?
I'm still telling you, it's going to be like that.
The new symbol. What is it?
Symbol, because they can't do that anymore, right? Listen out to this, right? This is fucking brilliant, right? They've just put down their pinky. I know it's that. I'm telling you, the Young Bucks were there and they were going like that, and Nick must have went.
I would have went for this to be fair.
Oh, that would have been. Oh yeah, that fucking brilliant. Actually,
you know, would have made more sense, like to me. But anyway, it's a bit more awkward to do if you're meeting people. But shit,
my manager just put into a chat. Right, we will be busy tomorrow. And he went up for a few hours. What fucking world is he living in?
Clearly, your manager lives in a world where he
and
thinks...
the funny thing is, the message before that is a photo of confirming the fact that it's a fucking hurricane. Who the fuck is going to go to Mahon Point to go, chicken?
Hang on a sec. You're in Mahon Point as well?
Mahon Point Shopping Centre, yeah.
You just must have some competition from Hillbillies.
We don't have Hillbillies.
There's a Hillbillies in Cork, is it not? In Mahon Point.
Is there a Hillbillies in Mahon Point, yeah? I didn't even fucking know. We don't.
I'm not even
You're trying to check out the competition to see if the competition is open.
I knew there was an Abacababras, a McDonald's, a bagel bar, and a Chinese at the other end, and that was about it.
No. To KFC, Hillbillies is your rival. They're your competitor.
Yeah. The other thing as well is they do pizza.
They also do donuts.
Yeah, that's the thing that annoys me because I'm up on their Facebook page and they always put up about their pizza deals and it's like only available in Mahon Point. Well, for fuck's sake, what's the point? What is the point? Like,
I'll be honest with you. I think I've only ever had Hillbilly chickens when I'm drunk. I've never eaten Hillbilly sober. Bye, Rachel.
It's so nice. They're gravy. Oh.
As a woman suffering.
She is so broken. My heart goes out to her. So broken.
You want to say hi?
Mine's doesn't.
Oh.
She is suffering. I've never seen her have a hangover this bad.
And like it's 9:30. Like that's fucked up, girl. This is what mango vodka does to you. Don't do this again.
It's fucking lovely though.
Oh no, it is, but you don't.
Oh, it's beautiful. At least we're on an agreement. Oh, it's lovely.
Do you ever try to play it?
Go on, I'll see it, and I'm just gonna I'll see it on. I'll
I'm actually fucking murdered for KFC right now.
No. Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, getting your wallet in, all right, behind me. Bye.
Bye.
No, but like seriously, I'd actually like sell my soul right now for like chicken poppers.
I have learned, right, that most of the stuff inside KFC is quite nice, right? But
as a KFC, I like sweet corn.
They're right. Yes, the sweet corn's lovely. The only things that I wouldn't necessarily recommend inside there,
beans,
gravy, beans, and curry, because I know what that gets made of. I know what that gets made of now. And
right.
It's not pretty sad.
Yeah, it's not. It's one of those things. Like I used to work in a cinema, and when I found out what the nacho cheese actually was, I was like, ugh. Never again.
But the Hillbillies gravies. Oh.
Chances are it was probably made the same way.
Again, is the thing is, I've never had hillbillies sober. I've only ever had it drunk. But I would fucking murder for a KFC right now. Aaron, you've gone on about KFC so fucking much. Also, Nathan has informed me he'd go for a KFC in Hurricane.
Well, Nathan, you're the reason I hate people. You fucking dick.
Nathan is in Dublin now, to be fair, so he's not going to make the trip down to Cork.
Not fairness, Dublin should be grand.
Dublin is still supposed to get hit with some pretty high winds, though. They're supposed to be still
but
really bad.
Full. You have to think like it's coming up like the west. It's not really getting the east as much.
No, it's going south to east, so it should hit us around.
Oh no, it changed earlier. So if that's Ireland, it's kind of going this way more than
I can't. Put in a bit because I'm going vertical. I can't see.
So basically, it's sort of like if that's Cork and Kerry and stuff, it's kind of going in that way and kind of going up.
Look at it from this point of view. They've put a weather warning on the entire country.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry there. I've got to like ring the fucking cab driver because I know what the fuck is he gone? Oh no, he's already. Oh wait, no, he's in the car. Oh shit! I thought the cab driver didn't pick her up. It's like, where the fuck is he going? And now I'm like, oh wait, no, he picked her up. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to be frightening. I can't wait till I go in tomorrow, right? He tells me clean. So there's the chicken we get in, we've got to like clean it and shit like that, right? Like for the bag and buckets. I can't wait till he tells me to clean 4 or 5 of those. And then no one comes. He gets in trouble. And I stand there and go, anyone but you copped onto this, you fucking dick.
How many of these are meant to be going in?
Usually on a Monday it's quiet, right? We get maybe about 100 to 150 people on a Monday.
No. I mean staff.
Oh, staff. So you got me, you've got the manager, you've got the person who comes in at 10 o'clock at the front, you've got the person who comes in from the front and back at 12. They swap around. So you've about 7 or 8 over the whole day. And that's just having like one person in each apartment and then the manager looking over everything.
So you mean to tell me that tomorrow at 8 o'clock, it's literally just going to be you and
me and the manager at 8 o'clock, right? But that's just because we've got to clean up and we've got to set up everything.
I guarantee you, I'd probably make a bet that whoever's meant to be in at 10 and 12 won't fucking bother going in.
Yeah.
So you were literally...
And I also live in a part of the city that's prone to...
sitting there eating 4 or 5 buckets of chicken to yourselves.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And away from that, I also live in a part of the country, a part of the city that gets badly flooded. I mean,
when they're supposed to come tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah. The Sky News. My dad just told me down on the phone that on Sky News they said the thick of it will hit. They're kind of talking about England no more than us, I suppose.
Yeah.
But the thick of it will hit England between 11 and 6. So Cork will be getting hit.
You'll get it.
Yeah. When they wake up.
Which is another indication then that it is moving east as opposed to west.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, look at it this way: if England are worried about themselves at 11,
well, they're already getting like, and it's not even England that's getting hit. It's more like fucking Wales and Scotland, like London and all. The centre of it is going to get hit, but this is going to be like some bad windy weather.
Yeah, but it still goes across my thing of saying that it's moving east.
Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right, Amy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm just bringing in basic geography to you now at this point. Have we actually run out of wrestling-related things to talk about now? And if we have, can I go on my rant about what happened yesterday?
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. So, because I went to see a show in Grand Canal, we decided we will get dinner beforehand, right? And we went to a Chinese restaurant that we've been to before.
1 sec. I'm sorry, no, right? I'm sorry, but this goes in because you haven't got deep into it yet. This is quite funny.
Run for you.
Go on.
Right? So gone to a restaurant, that's fine, and it doesn't have any of their allergens or anything on their menu. It just says ask about our allergens, right? So I was like, all right, Grant, now I have I'm celiac, so I can't eat gluten, right?
Right.
So I had said to him, right, I just need to find out what's gluten-free on their menu, and that would be fine, and I'll order that. I asked one member of staff, said, no, you have to, well, I'll have to get the manager. The manager will tell you. Okay, all staff members should be able to give this information, but that's fine. I'll wait for your manager. They forgot about us, right? And then they came around to take the order, and one of our group had said, I had said, like, no, I'm still waiting to what I can actually order off the menu. I need to speak to the manager because she can tell me what's gluten-free. Oh, sorry about that. I'll see if she's off the phone. Hold on. Manager clearly was not off the phone. Another chap came over to us who then said, we had asked him again, been like, well, can you tell us what is gluten-free on the menu that I can order? And he'd said, oh, ginger and scallion is gluten-free. And I'm like, okay. Is there anything that I can have with the meal, or is it just, gratings of ginger on a scallion? And he was like, I'll go and check. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not that fucking difficult to tell me what uses wheat and what doesn't, right?
So enjoying this story so much.
They then came around to us, and the manager came out, and the manager flat out more or less said, I don't know what has gluten in it and what doesn't. And then I'd said to her, okay, well, your rice dishes, clearly I'm assuming they would be safe to eat. And she just went, gluten isn't rice a gluten? And then at that point I said, you know what, actually anything that they tell me is going to be safe for me to eat. I don't trust it because they don't even know what the fuck gluten is. So the rest of the group decided, well, we're going to order food. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to drink my wine then at this point, because this is all I can actually have here. It's the only thing I'm guaranteed. I then decided, screw it, I'll go into the Spar next door and I'll pick something up in Spar and I'll just eat that for my dinner. So I went in, this Spar had like a fresh counter. Like, it's kind of like the chopped, not like the chop range, basically. And I went in there and I got like a whole salad thing made up. Nothing, no gluten or anything like that. They were kind of like asking me kind of like, oh, are you going to see the show? And I'm like, yeah, but we're in the Chinese restaurant next door. And they were like, why are you ordering? Say what? And I'm like, they don't have anything gluten-free on the menu, so I have to bring my own food in. So I bought the salad, went in to the restaurant, went back into the restaurant with this like kind of plastic container which had like this lovely fruit, like fucking vegan salad, and sat in and just basically like just sat there, and I waited for like everyone at our table like to get their food, and then I proceeded to open mine to eat mine. every time a member of staff would come over, they were like, oh, you can't, no gluten-free option on the menu. I fucking can. And they were like, sorry, and that was it for the entire thing. They tried to charge us for bringing my own food in.
What?
We're like, yeah. So what happens is, right, this place does it at BYOB, basically, and it's like 6 euro cork, right? And they were like, when you put food in, though, so you can't really eat food that's not bought in the establishment in here. And I'm like, you couldn't serve me food. And you also don't have any of your allergens on your menu, which is, you're meant to have nowadays. Yes. And none of them seem to be able to tell me what has gluten and what doesn't have gluten. So I can't risk my health by eating something off your menu. So yeah, I brought my own food in because at least I know I'm guaranteed I'm not going to get sick like I did the last time. And as soon as I said that, they were like, no charge on that. Okay, that's fine. A bit of a discount on it. And that was it. And that was grand. And then we went off in like to watch the show, which was an amazing show. It was brilliant. But it really just pissed me off that just that they didn't have it on their menu and that they also thought that rice was gluten.
Right. Next time you go into a place like that, if you want to know if the food is cooked right, ask the fucking chef. Because if the chef can't get you an answer, get the fuck out of there as quick as possible.
Literally, just in a sense, I was like, you know what? I don't trust. Even if the chef at that point did tell me, no, we don't use it, I would like.
I wouldn't believe him either if the staff can't.
But see, any chef worth any sort of fucking like anything, any chef that's getting paid any kind of money needs to fucking know what's in his kitchen.
Like, literally, and the thing is, right, one of the girls I was with said, just get chips. was like,
Get fucking chips, bitch.
I was like, it's like the reason why is like I probably would have gotten chips if I could be guaranteed, but it's like there's a risk of contamination on that, and I can't make that risk. Otherwise, I'm throwing up on you. You've been in this situation with me before. Why are you trying to enable it? I was like, oh. It kind of put a damper on my entire evening because I was really looking forward to going out for dinner. We were, and it was like, you know, you have like a few drinks, like you're really setting off for the girls' night out sort of thing. And then, like, literally, we had to, like, leave. Like, when we were leaving home early, I had to, like, order food that I could eat.
That's annoyed me.
Salad, which was actually not that bad. I have to admit, the salad actually wasn't that bad. But I was just like, I was looking forward to getting, like, a nice duck or something like that. But yeah, that's my rant of the day.
Unfortunately, I don't really have a rant, but yeah.
But you make a point.
Yeah, it was just a point.
Yeah, like it should be a fairly obvious thing for all establishments.
Jesus Christ! The fucking Gardaí have said that they don't want any motorists to make any kind of fucking journeys tomorrow. How the fuck am I going to get into work? Every company was going to go, fuck off. Like oh my God. I'm going to die. If I even get remotely injured tomorrow, like, I mean, if I even stumble on the way in, I'm ringing them straight away. I'm not coming in. I'm not taking that risk. I'm not risking my fucking health for minimum wage and 8 hours work. Fuck off.
Yeah, I think the way it's going, I'm going
to walk on the plane on Tuesday morning. I want to be able to enjoy my fucking holiday. Not me just sitting down with a fucking cast on my leg. No, it would get me out of all the extracurricular shit that were going on over there because all I wanted to do was just sip fucking cocktails on the beach. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that.
You gotta make chicken, man.
I'm being serious as well. If I stumble or get pushed over by that wind in any way, shape, or form tomorrow, he can fuck off if he thinks I'm coming into work. Even the fucking Cork University Hospital is closed. The fucking hospitals are closed. But we need to make our chicken, lads. This is getting stupider by the second.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm supposed to go to Dublin.
And you're going through the war. You're starting off with like the part that's supposed to get hit the worst. Like,
yeah, I was planning on leaving at like 3:20 tomorrow, and then landing in Dublin at like what 7:30, whatever that. I'm not so fucking sure that's going to happen yet. I think I maybe texting the boss tomorrow going, probably not going to make it to Dublin tonight. So, with this hurricane coming, there's the potential that not all of us might make it to the next week's podcast.
Next week, by the way, for anyone wondering, next week's podcast will be on a Sunday again.
Aaron, we will have a minute
silence
for you. We will also have buckets of KFC.
I think I'll have Hillbillies because Hillbillies is closer.
If I die, fuck you. If I die, come to my funeral with buckets of chicken, please.
I just want to point out because there's the KFC that's closest to me in Clare Hall deliver to my area now, so I will have it delivered and everything. Like I won't have to make the treacherous journey outside my home for the KFC. It will come to me.
Don't make unnecessary journeys.
Do not make unnecessary journeys.
That, you know what? That whole fact the hospitals, the fucking university hospital is closed and I still got to work has now put me into a level of pure disdain for work in general. I want to quit. I really want to quit.
I'm loving the AccuWeather that I'm using for Letterkenny is telling me there's going to be no rain at 9 or 10 or 2. So there's my gaps to go outside.
I wonder what my one says. Let's see.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, and the highest wind speed I'm seeing for mine is 61 kilometers per hour, and that's about 1 o'clock. But then again, this is like early in the day when it's only hitting Cork, so it could be a lot worse here by the end of the day. No, the highest it's getting is like 61. Jesus Christ! So I don't really trust AccuWeather.
This is fantastic, right? 4, 5 light rain, 6, 7, 8 light rain and wind. 8 o'clock in the morning, sunrise. 9 o'clock, light rain and wind. Rain and wind. Yeah, it seems like the heaviest is going to hit us is like 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12 for Cork.
The wind speeds.
I don't know about the fucking wind speeds, but it seems like
if you go on AccuWeather, if you can go for their like, I don't know which one it is you go to.
I'm actually just about to do it now.
It gives you like the hour. Yeah, go for the hourly. It tells you every hour, and it gives you the wind speed and the temperature and forecast and everything. Great.
I have the weather channel or some shit like that.
Hang on a second. Well, yeah. What's the address you're looking for? I can check it here.
Cork.
Just go.
Just Cork City.
Yeah, go for Cork. There we go. Right. Tomorrow, hourly. Yeah. Okay.
It's actually at 7:51 a.m. Just want to point that out there.
Right. Hourly.
I'm hoping I wake up tomorrow and my entire village is completely flooded.
Tuning into the IWF Podcast. Welcome to the Weather Channel.
Okay, 9 a.m. in Cork. It's just cloudy. With wind speeds of 33 kilometers. 10 o'clock, same. 11 o'clock, rain, 41 kilometers per hour. Same for like 12. 1 o'clock, it's rain, but it's 52 kilometers per hour. 2 o'clock, cloudy, but it's 59 kilometers per hour. 3 p.m., rain, 67 kilometers. 4 p.m., rain, 70 kilometers. I don't think morning time is the problem here. I think it's when you're trying to come home could be the problem.
I just want to point out, right, this is actually a really kind of nice thing on this one. It's like 16 would be the high tomorrow. Some rain and winds from tropical rainstorms. Strong winds made down trees and power lines. And then at night, 8 degrees, a little rain and wind. Early, cloudy, windy, late. Strong winds made down trees and power lines.
Yeah, but go by this. 4 o'clock seems to be your worst time here, Aaron.
Guess what?
Guess away after that.
Guess what?
You're not in. I
finished at 4 o'clock.
Hey! You're finished the exact time that they're saying was the highest speeds.
That's brilliant. Do you know what's brilliant? You say that you finish at 4 o'clock. You actually mean your life finishes at 4 o'clock?
Yeah. 4 o'clock, it's 70. 5 o'clock, it's 67. 6 o'clock, it's 61.
You know what's really funny? Imagine we lived in a world, right, where you had on your wrist the time, like the countdown clock to your death, right? Imagine Aaron's just tomorrow morning. Aaron's is going to drastically change from like 72 years to like 72 minutes.
That face right now, Jesus.
Like,
how long does it take you to get home? Usually,
about an hour.
An hour. So you'd be expecting to get home at 5.
And I'm going out to my dad's tomorrow, so a bit longer.
But that's only if the buses are still running.
It'd be very windy, but it's only supposed to be cloudy, so that's something.
That's if the buses are running. He will get home within the hour.
If the buses aren't running, it's going to take me 3 hours to get home.
Yeah, and them's the 3 hours when when speeds are 70s and 60s. Yeah. South to southwest.
I don't trust any of those because it's supposed to be only a couple of 100 miles off the coast at 2 a.m. So I don't believe any of that shit.
So,
yeah,
do you want played at your funeral? Just so we know,
to,
like what
to
goes
annoy-
well with KFC.
so as long as there's a video kind of like proof of this, to annoy my mom, I would like Spirit in the Sky to be played as I go into the ground.
Nice. As I'm being burnt in my cremation, I want Asia Heat of the Moment.
Burn, baby, burn, Disco Inferno. Burn.
What version of Spirit in the Sky do you want played, by the way? Because didn't
Oh, no,
Gareth...
screw that. We're getting the Gareth Gates version.
Yeah, that's what I was to say.
Gareth, oh, I didn't even think of that one. Oh, I like it. Oh, yeah.
That's when you're going into the ground. Is there anything in particular you want in and out of the church? Because I'm using Don't Fear the Reaper, Eric Cartman version, when I'm being brought into the church.
I like that one.
God, this podcast turned awfully morbid.
Do you know what? It's grand, because we're going to have an Undertaker gimmick as well, because he hates it so much.
Undertaker's song to go out in would be quite cool.
But it's a bit too...
Yeah.
Like, it's just very...
John Cena's team.
My time is up.
Start it with something else, but then just do the John Cena meme. This is John Cena, dude. You think it's the door? You think it's the Doors? This is the end, and then it's like, this is John Cena. Oh God, I'm gonna have the weirdest fucking funeral when I die.
You know what you should do? It actually should be John Cena, and like it turns out that you're not actually dead, and then you kick out a 2, so it gets like 2 bars into the song, and the casket just opens.
Yeah, the casket just opens with my hand going, throat going.
Any is not sticking, lads.
with the 4 buckets of KFC. Chicken roll.
Instead of the 4 horsemen, the four bucket men.
The 4 buckets. That's what we'll do at your funeral, right? We'll all be dressed like in black in our funeral outfit, but we'll have buckets on our head, like buckets on our head, but like cut out the front so like it comes down and you can just kind of see out. It's gonna be such a great crack.
In all fairness, I won't feel as bad for making the 8-hour journey down for it.
Yeah, in all fairness, and you know what? It would be great crack. Like, we'll invite everyone from the pod. Anyone you've pissed off on the forum can all come.
I'd love to get a list of the people who have actually like reported me and say that. I'd fucking truly love that.
I don't make a list of people, but I'll start keeping score. I can't say Alex has probably been in there at least once or twice.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
I'm gonna stop this. Thanks for watching, lads. It's been 1 hour and 48 minutes of fucking bliss.
If that happens next week, it means he's still alive.
If it doesn't happen next week, get yourselves down to Cork with a box like a bucket of KFC. We're going to have one hell of a funeral.
Buy it from the local KFC in fucking Mahon Point.
Yeah, I have a feeling though, if you get killed on your way to work there, that KFC mightn't be in business for much longer.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
So just go to Hellbillies.
BYOC, bring your own chicken. But I might see if I can get OTT to organise not the banter bus, but the funeral march. Be great crack.
You still could keep it as bring your own bird.
Oh, get the bastard to do it!
Oh God, it'll be brilliant.
Oh my God, we have to get William Eaver over.
And if he's watching, which he probably isn't, I want Luke Perry in out and open, Marion Armstrong to admit that he loves me, so the whole world knows it. He won't admit it in public, but he loves me. Okay.
It is literally his dying wish.
You fucking say it.
Okay, come on, we better end this before